Welcome everybody to my Age of Darkness Final Stand tips and tricks video. Pulled this video together because if you're like me where you haven't really played a survival RTS game much in your life, or you're relatively new to RTSs, or you're just looking for some explanation of what some mechanics are that maybe you're struggling with, this is the guide for you. So yeah. Just a couple of things to caveat against that though, is we are still in early access, so some things I say are liable to change and could very well do. And I'm using 0.1.1.130 patch, which was released today, which is Friday the 8th of October 2021. Main exploit that patch fixed was there was a glitch with storage and the keep, and you can get more money than you should have done. So yeah. So what is the things we're going to talk about today? First thing I want to talk about is you are going to die. You will die. Your keep will get blown up and the game will end. And that's good. That's the game. It's how long you can survive until that happens. How many death nights can you get through? And that's the game. It's build up resources, defend your base basically to survive as long as you can. The death days get harder and harder. It's just the way it is. Next thing I want to talk about is just the difficulty to start on for the new players. Some of the keys that we should be using, grouping units and how that becomes good, resource management, defenses, some general strategy tips and tricks, and I will jump into another save that I've got later on. I'm going to do some editing for that. Just go through some of the more advanced units and just the more strategy looks, and you can see what how I did a game that was probably 2.5 hours long. Now I say that 2.5 hours long and you could be going, oh my god, I don't have time to stay 2.5 hours. Granted, I did it on easy. Okay, it's 2.5 hours on easy. I was doing literally following my own tips and tricks guide that I'm currently creating. Did it on easy. Easy is easy. Okay, it will still kick your ass if you misplay, but it gives you a good idea of the mechanics. First time and the first video that I did was on normal, kicked my ass, but I didn't know what I was doing. Heaven forbid what veterans like, that's going to be difficult. So I don't think you're going to be surviving 2.5 hours for that. But so say you did, you got the strategy on point, you do have safes available. So if you need to answer the phone, go and cook some dinner, deal with your children, deal with real life things, go to bed, you can save and come back to it. So yeah. But my first point is you will need, I recommend to start on easy mode. Purely to understand the mechanics of the game, get to grips of what you're having to do, what's the loop like between death days. Spoiler, it's likely to be rebuilding your base or into your defenses and then expanding on that. So just understanding, say, the loop of the gameplay that you're going to be doing. Start on easy, understand the game, progress up. Tip, trick number 1. Let's go into play. As I said, only one hero at the moment, but what's good about that is, and again starting on easy, is you get to understand what he is all about. So you got your strength. I don't know what all of these are. I'll probably have to look. That's vision, defense, range. He does a cleave attack. So he attacks like in an arc in front of him, which is that. Movement speed is probably one of them, which is probably this. And probably his crack fire ability is this. But I don't know what they are. But yeah, you get to understand what they are, and this is good. This crack fire ability is very, very good. Why don't you get it? So yeah. Let's go into a game. And key bindings is one of the things I said. As soon as you come in, push start. Start, push spacebar. Pauses the game. Really, really useful. A couple of other things that I can then talk about again while we're in pause is this. If you want to manually click it, you can do it there. There's your settings. There's your countdown to the next death day. We've got 3 minutes 57 seconds till nightfall and 4 days to the next death night. This is what is signified by these. How many nights? So once they all go red, your death day or death night is coming. And that's when you, once they're all red, you get a symbol down here that says this is where the crystal is spawning, and that's where the horde is coming from. There is an ability that you can get with one of the blessings, which I'll come on to shortly, which gives you an extra day's notice. Probably useful for harder difficulties, I would say. But again, pushing pause gets you access to the UI. The units that you have, so your hero, I've got an archer and warrior.
Ready.
Soldier, and there's a couple of others, which we'll come into later. You got your map. You always start in the middle. It's not proper square. It's more of a diamond. So yeah, just good to know that. Obviously the details down here, and other things that I was talking about around sort of key bindings is everything has a Q, W, E, F. You know, it has basically the if you look at your keyboard, starting from Q goes to R, A to F, Z to V is across these. Then you have your enter, your T, G, no B. Thought that might have been B, but hey ho. Shortcuts, and it's really useful. So if you go onto here, you know your population details is on Q, defense is always in W, your light, which I'll come on to a bit later, is on E, advancement, so on and so forth. You can repair here, or you can just repair here. I tend to just repair on there, and your upgrade there. So really useful to do, to know. And again, playing on easy gets you to understand that. If you've never come onto a real-time strategy before, or this type of game, you can group up and units. So I've got my main character, really good. If I select the two, I think I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Click the two soldiers and him, and if I push Control and 1, they're now grouped up. And yeah, you can see here, group number 1 with 3 units. If I come off my 3 archers, I can do into 2, for instance. There you go. I've got my 3 archers and my hero and soldiers. Click off. If I just push 1 now on the keyboard, it selects them. I press 2, it selects them. Really useful. For simplistics, I keep my keep on number 2 so that I can switch quickly to upgrades and stuff. That's my preference. I'm not recommending you do that, but it's just how I play the game. A couple of other things to note is you have your available villagers. Yeah, so that's good. You need villagers to do stuff. Total population and your food rations. So I have 18 food rations. Some of the things that we will try and build require food rations, and a lot of things you're going to juggle is balancing these two numbers to maximize these and then defend. That's the basic loop. It says there I have 20 out of 50 wood, so 50 being my max amount. You can upgrade your keep to get more. You can also build storehouses to get more. So yeah, a couple of things. So here is your sort of stone, trees for wood, and there are others for iron and gold that you can get. So basically you can plump down and get these top 4 resources on the map. Dark Essence, when a Death Knight spawns or a Nightmare, if we see some in this video, I'll show them. You clear them and yeah, you get some Dark Essence. That's how you get that. It's how you get some of the abilities up here, which goes into builds, which I probably won't go into on this video. It's a bit more advanced and that's a play style type thing. Again, I literally haven't done anything while I've been in pause mode, right? And it's really good. So let's now look. I need... No, Paul, that is the wrong thing. I need some population, but I've got 5, so we're okay. I don't have any resource production, so I need to get this and my trees done. That's defense, Paul. Again, and this is why I don't like clicking this. It's get into the habit of doing A for resources. Now, I can't build a lumberyard just yet. It's only 300 gold. I don't have it. I've got 100 currently. And I've got 177 coming when this white bar here reaches across here. I should get 200 gold for that, but I don't because... Where is it? There it is. Upkeep. I have 6 units in play, so 6 units being up here. They take away 23 in upkeep. If you want to see what it is, 10 of it is for my hero,
Ready when you are.
3 for the others, and 2 for my soldier. Archers 3, soldiers 2. So yeah, they take away that. So that tick, it's not great. So for that, I'm going to probably get some more food. Well, I've got 2 iron as well. That's really, really good. So these maps are just periodically generated. They're different every single time you come in, which is, for me, really, really good for the game. One thing to notice on this one, if I go and just leave this here, it says bountiful next to the 11. So this will change if I come in here. It's decent at 9. Red is nothing. I'll try and see if I can get a poor. Yeah. Decent, decent. Yeah. So that is great. But if I build anything within that circle, that number comes down. So you've got to be really mindful. Like if I covers to this, as soon as I put the ore on, it's going to be gone. So let's do it to here, which is great. So I've got that coming, and as you see, my resources have gone down. Available villages gone down, and when that comes in, I will get the food that it says in there, which I think was 11. So that'll go up to 29, which is great. So while that's building, I need some wood to come. So if we go enter A, what do I need to the lumberyard? Just the 300 gold. So now what I'm going to do is do something else while this ticks up to 300, which is 2 ticks across here. So let's select number 1, because that's my dude. And now what I try and do is try and just explore. I've got some resources here. We've got some enemies. These are really, really weak source off the start. And what I try and do now is find any bottlenecks or any dead ends, because they become really useful for defense and resource placement. Keeping one eye on the gold. I've had 1 tick come over, so I've just got 1 more to come. And let's just come over here. So we've got a nice route here. So if I wanted to defend this zone, I've just got to defend here. Really, really good to understand that. So we're just going to push a bit more. Right. Going to pause. I've just looked down and noticed we're up to 300 gold. So good thing about the pause is you can do this exactly. Other thing I've noticed is I've got some enemies here, which I don't like. So I'm just going to bring my archers to move to here. Separate, it's not what I was going to show you, but things to notice. Again, that's why pause is really, really good. Resource, lumberyard. Again, I've got decent 14. And it's, for these ones, you know, in here is poor. I could put it here, 14. And where them archers are, for instance, it doesn't matter because it's the wood that they're interested in. Nothing more. So let's put that there. And yeah, let's, because I'm now going to have 2 battles going at once, I'm going to bring my main hero back here. And I'm going to take these just to try and kill these. Okay, now they're struggling. So I'm going to bring them back. I'll bring in my main party back, so switch to 1.
Our defenses are under attack.
And here we go. Just to be safe, I brought my main hero back. But we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. That's fine.
I'm on it.
So let's go there. And let's just bring these back in. And again, that's why it's really good to understand what we're doing. So our wood production is now started. And we've now gone up to 418 gold. The next tick will hit me at maximum resources. So at this point, again, pause, assess what do you need to do, and go. I need to hit repair, which is 7 gold, 1 wood. We'll do that. That's fine. But let's go into resources. What do I need to build? I've got no more villages, so I need housing. Housing is just a dwelling, so I need 4 and 4. I've got 4, which is great. And just remember, if I place this here, then yeah, it's going to lose that production. So what I'm going to do is just put it next to the keep here. Don't need to. Again, you don't need to have them linked, but it's out of the way. I don't know what's up here, so I don't really want to press it. I don't want to know what's up here. I don't know what's down here. I could start building out my houses here, but if something breaks through here, they're going to start to kill my houses if I put them all there. So I need to get a good defense here, and then probably a secondary defense before I really think about making this a populous zone. But let's go. So we've spent some money. That I've got 2 ticks before the next one, but let's start to plan. What do we want? I could do with some stone. Let's go into the resources again, and for stone I need people, so I need this, and I also need 30 wood, so I need 2 ticks of wood. Now 2 ticks of wood is quite a lot, so what do I need here? Just need that populace with the 300, probably start to build some more wood, and then we'll go on to stone. Let's go. Again, you won't be pausing like this every single time. There's even more stone. If we could find some iron, that would be glorious. Waiting for the notification that my building is complete.
A flicker in the dark.
Push down, so there's nothing there. There we go. Construction building complete. That's this here. So we're going to go enter A, and I want to get some more wood. Try and get something that's a bit decent. Decent of 10. Only 10s. They're overlapping, so you don't really want to do that. Could come into here. Again, that's poor. I might just go for the 10 here. There we go. We'll just do the 10. We can still get up here. It's liable to be attacked here, but we're going to go and explore up there in a mo. So once we've now got enough for the quarry, which is I need to put another home down. Probably don't want to put one in there because walkways. So I'll probably just put one here. What do we need for that? I need 4 wood and 90 gold. So we've got a tick on both. Let's just push out this way a bit more. I like to expand as much as we can. Don't worry about killing everything that you see. But I want to see what's here.
Forward.
Is that a path? It is.
By my hand.
So again, it's just trying to find out where's the best defenses that I can put down.
Wicked creatures. Burn, wretch.
Go to him. Now, ideally, there's nothing here.
Flee to the shadows.
Then I've got a defensive spot just here, you see then. But that's not true. Okay. Let's just keep going. Could really do with him getting up to level 2. And again, I haven't been paying attention. Too busy paying attention here. My gold is at max. But I still can't build this because I still need some more wood. So what can I buy for just gold? Home? Yeah. Let's build another home. Because I do also need, as I said before, the populace to build this. So, yeah. We're just going to push out a little bit further here. Because this could determine which way we push for our resources. So we're not in the best defensible place. Don't worry about night too much at this stage. First night is not too bad. So I could put a defense here to stop that. I can put a defense here to stop there. But
As you wish.
if this isn't a dead end, I'm in trouble. And again, you just need to know that you're going to get attacked from multiple angles.
Remember what you fight for.
We'll keep coming down. Still looking for some iron. I've got lots of stone. Point out the iron in a minute. Again, while we're here, leveling up our dude. Okay, it's now dark. Need to be a little bit careful. I think they start hitting a bit harder. Okay, now I've found a nightmare. Let's just get away. That will kick your bum.
I'm on it.
So let's head back. But it's something we can potentially clear. There's a cheese method that I've learnt how to clear them, but again, probably not for this video. It involves just basically building a base here once you get access to the stronger stuff and pummeling. But I don't think once we cleared that, we're going to be safe from there, which is good. So again, not paying attention, Paul. These are maxed, so I can now start building my my stone. So let's get that. And that again leaves me with no home. So let's push out here. Yeah, trying to stay away from this because that's a source of food. Let's just go through here. A couple of things we now need to start thinking about is one, a wood workshop. I need 10 populace for that. That gives access to improved, that's like your research. Other things is the training hall. Now I've got gonna get access to this. And what I wouldn't mind doing, we just pause. It's putting another one here. We get better than 8? No. There we go. Now I've got 2 resources that are both going to be coming in, which is good. Generally the first day, the first night isn't so bad. But let's go here. Once the night's done, we'll come out. A couple of things to note. Health does replenish over time unless there's a debuff on you. And there's a debuff that can come. Night's nearly done, so we're going to push out a little bit further here. And then we'll get to the point once I've started to... There we go, there's level 2. And again, this is why it's really important to, one, understand it on easy, sort of the gameplay loops that you need. Because it's getting him up probably to level 4, in my opinion, as quickly as possible. Right, iron is useful. And now they're jiggling around, which is nice. So there's a passive aura here, which is the emboldening passive ability, which I think makes them stronger based off your abilities. There you go. And you can see he's now got that sort of aura, so that I think they regain their health quicker, I think they hit harder, so on and so forth. Now this could be good. Okay, so this could be a night if this is blocked off. Right, Paul, you're maxed again. So other things you could do is I could start to build like a defense. I'm not going to build it here because I want that resource node. Just right click to get that off. My mouse has been really jumpy. What do I need here? I need 20 more ore. And then it's going to take out a lot of the other resources. So I might just hold off. And I'll probably place it sort of here. And we'll potentially garrison somewhere. Even though that could be safe. Yeah. Let's just take out these creeper crawlies. I'm going to waste some resources and just get that to tick over. Not ideal for the beginning of a game, but
Very well. Die, foul beast.
so when they start getting a little bit low, I will walk away. There we go, that'll do. Walk away. Let's bring them back here. If they want to follow, they can follow.
Fear not the
There we go. It's just ticked. I've just seen a 6 up there. Just tick over. So we're at 28. Is that enough for the train hall? Yes, it is. So I'm going to bring the... Again, unfortunately, you can only build where it's sort of light. So I'm going to build it here. And there goes my resources. Now we can start getting more units, which is really, really important. Again, just by walking back. I really wouldn't mind having this as a defensive area. Like here. So we just need to clear some creepies.
Burn, wretch. Forward.
And fall back. Alright. No, Paul. So if we go into resource management here, I need people in my life. I've still got enough. We'll just keep going this way. So that'll get me to 4. And is that completed? That is. So what I do here is just put on pause is I now put this on 3. So 1 is my main attacking party. 2 is my keep. And the training hall barracks is my 3rd. And with that, then I can now get access to a trained archer and I can train a soldier. Obviously need the people to do that. This is why we've got these coming. And eventually you'll get the Arbalast and the Sentinel. 2 really good ones. But that's more advanced. We'll showcase them off a little bit later. Just want to get to the defensive part here. And that sort of recaps my beginner's sort of strategy of how to sort of begin the game. So we're working on this. I've got my, this is quite high. I've got quite a lot of this grain. So I'm going to build another dwelling. Pulls that down to 9. 4 more. Got quite the distance to see it. That's annoying. Let's do there. So lots and lots of people. That's for a reason. Now let's come in here and we've got your defense. Now the initial is a wall, a gate and a tower. If I put a tower down, what I wouldn't mind actually first doing is trying to get the resource, this. So only 30 wood. 1 more tick of wood and we've got it. Let's start. There we go. Do that. Oh no, I just spent my bloody gold.
What?
So I what did I do then? I bought some archers. Archers are in the defensive towers. What I can do now is select that. No, I can just push it by 3. If I now right click here, you put a marker down. And that is literally where them archers are going to, once they're developed, are going to move to. Really, really useful. So like I'm going to build a defensive unit across here to protect this. Yeah, really, really good. And there you go. Archer's ready. Let's put this down. I only get 3 out of it, but 3's better than the kick in the groin at this stage. Iron, really, really rare. So if you can find some, get some. Now, night is approaching. Let's talk about defenses. First of all, you're going to need a gate. Let's go and pause while we're doing this, Paul. You're going to need a gate to get in and out. If I don't put a gate here, I can't move up here. Now, I should potentially expand some more, but how far do you go before you start building your defenses? So what I tend to do is have a gate up here, which is where my guys will come out. They will always attack on the path of least resistance. So if they're coming from here and round, they'll always attack here. So if I have my gate here, they can, my own party for defense can come out and attack without being attacked, if that makes sense. And then what we'll do is put a wall up. I now need 150 gold. So we're just going to wait for the gold. There's a first archer coming. Probably we do that. That's the first sort of defense. And here they come. And there we go. Now we can build a tower. And you see the dotted lines is how its range of attack. And once that's built, these 2 will go into there. Ideally, I like to place 2 towers. And then once we get access to a ballista tower, I like to have a ballista tower there as well. Especially to hoard off the first sort of night cycle. So we'll do this. Again, up here, nice and safe.
Ready when you are.
And if I push 3, I don't have the gold yet for my archers. So when it ticks, there we go. So now if we go into here, they will start to
Our
attack.
defenses are under attack.
But it's fine because my archers will now begin to attack. Again, really, really useful. And you can bait things to them. Can I get another archer yet? Yes, I can. Look, and it just brings them to it, and all you need to do every now and then is just repair. And yeah, that is your sort of general defense setup. So you block there because it's a pinch point. I've now got some space down here to potentially use for housing.
Archer ready.
Select him to go in. They've just destroyed my wall, which is absolutely glorious ball. Not paying attention. And my lumber is maxed. And now we'll get my main dude in as well. There. And as defenses go, pretty useful. Should have waited for my other archer to
Light the way.
come in. Repair up. And let's just get our wall back. There. So there you go. Defense. With them two in, that's really, really good. And yeah,
Make way.
we're set up. Our building is under attack over here. That is not good. Because I don't have any units here.
Our buildings are under attack.
As long as he can survive.
Ready for action.
Yeah.
Stand as one.
So there you go. That's what happens when you don't have a defense. So the reason why I scout is they could come down from here still. But I know there's some places there, and I've got a rare resource that I really want to save. I can rebuild a barracks, you know, easily. You can get the resources enough for that. But next thing I will now do would be to build I probably won't build walls, but just a couple of defensive units. So yeah, a couple of other sort of next points, and I'll nip out into sort of another more prolonged version of this. Oh yeah, and you can use your mouse to zoom in and out to get a bit more of a landscape. The game ends when your keep is destroyed. Generally, if you get through if your outer defenses get breached and they're on your keep, you're probably going to lose. But it's worthwhile having a couple of defenses in, you know, around. So if there's only a few units, you know, less than 10, 15, 20, you have things that can defend your keep. They will all rush in when, say, the Death Knight starts to come in from one zone. So you just front load and just do a night. And what I tended to do was just do a path. So if it's, for instance, a bit easy to explain here, they're rushing in from here. This could be my outer defense. So I'll keep this as my main, expecting to kill the majority of them. That will eventually break with this. And then what I could do is have another defense unit here, and then maybe another defense unit here. So as it breaks and breaks, you're whittling the herds down. And again, it's a juggling of that against things like this that you know, you need to try and keep free around. And I tend to try and have farming areas, which we'll see shortly. What else is there that's important? You're going to need the wood workshop. That's your research facility. Really, really good. You get like instead of this food hut, it goes up to a farm and then an enhanced farm, whatever that's called. Similarly with if you go to defenses, you need to get the additional research for the brace tower, the fortified tower. Again, them tower, you know, just a better, more health. That's 1,200 health against 400. It's 3 times the health for that one. And again, you go through and get like unlock things like the Grand Ballista Tower. The keep will upgrade into something else keep, the braided bearded keep. I'll show it in a minute. Again, but that's like your tiers, and some of the other unlocked are locked behind that. But for me, for the basics of the start is, again, understand you're going to die. Starting easy to understand the mechanics. Get used to the keys here. As you see, I've been trying to do it with my mouse and it's a bit clunky, but just switching through to things. You know, W, A for your resources. Get to know that, get that ingrained in your brain, and it will help a bit easier. Do what I'm doing now. Have the screen paused. A couple of other things. Easy gives you an extra day before the first death night, so that's always good. Then once you've got that, group up your units so you can move and dispatch them from one side of the map to the other as quickly as possible, just at the flip, you know. And also, again, once that's back up, I'll push that as 3. Can I do it? Yes. You know, I can keep on top of building while I'm not looking at this. Really, really useful when you're exploring out and about in other areas. Keep your troops going. Keep an eye on all of this stuff as much as you can. When you get into sort of the later half of the game or map, you're burning through this stuff a lot quicker. And it's, instead of where it's here and up like this, they tend to be a bit more flatlined and similar ups and goings. If you do find an iron, just go and grab it, because some of the other things that you're going to need later on require a lot of iron. Defenses, again, what I do, go out and scout your area, see where there's a pinch point. I need to go and scout up there. I know already, because this has been destroyed, that they're going to come in from here. Again, this is a place I could do it. These nightmare places, just ignore for the time being. Especially unless you can get access to the ballista and maybe even the second ballista, but definitely try it with a ballista. And probably what I'd do is build a base here once day has started, like this, because they only spawn during night. Build that during the day and be ready for when it comes, and then attack. Generally, while you're building there, go and clear all the other minions around during the day, so it's just the elite unit that's left. Killing that will get you some dark essence if you need it. Again, then once you found your pinch points like this place and like we had up here, build your defense with a gate so you can get in and out. What I would do for an advanced is then double load, so have one walkway in here, especially for this, build out so it takes a long time to come into this unit, so have at least 3 or 4. If you click on here, yeah, you want to be coming out about here. Ideally, I'd have brought this one closer so it's out more here, so that when they're attacking, they're hitting a brick wall, and these 2 towers are attacking them. So there's that. Let me just quickly flop over into this one. I'm on day 34, so we'll go manual save. Maybe I should have gone into the auto save. But I'm going to go on pause because, again, let me go to the other one, actually. So prepare my defenses. So there you go. This is what the horde is going to come. It's up there, and this is the one that actually killed me, by the way. It's going to come down here, and again, I've got an upgraded grand ballista tower. There's your ballista tower set up with your defenses as it is. My troops are sat here so they can come out. I was anticipating them potentially coming around this way. They didn't. They came down here. So they were attacking in here and could get inside my bases. There's also a bit here, but they didn't come around there. But yeah, if I go around, I've got my towns, groups here. All nice leisure sort of workshops. Again, another little defense with a couple. In hindsight, I needed more defensive here, because once they cleared that, they had a straight shot into the keep, and I didn't have. It's pitiful. These 2 are here because the previous day came in this way, and I had a sort of defense set up here, and I managed just to repel them off. But yeah, go on and go out into that. And what I actually come over here for is, this is the end of one of them nightmares. See if I can find another one. Don't think I've cleared them all in this zone. But yeah, again, edge of the map, nice straight line. Where are they? That's something that I could have done wanting. Preparation pool is everything, by the way. Yes, one of those. So that is the leftovers of one of them. And again, I built some towers with a keep, with another tower and an archer, and was just baiting the guy to come in, and then he just got pummeled there. I think I then went over here to open up. Oh no, I did it up here. There's some stuff around up here that I did. Built on here. But yeah, this is the general setup that I did. And I'll say I got through to Death Day 35. Day 35, I died on this one. And there we go. If I go to my main unit, the crack fire, if I go to him, is a sort of a line of sight. And it is really, really good. And then that puts in flame. Just if you're interested, the build that I had, these are the things you could do. Why can't I select? There we go. I was working towards this. So melee units heal for 10% of per enemy killed. Really, really useful. Really, really helped. You need some of this essence again from clearing. It's this, just here. That's what it is. That was really, really good. Because I wasn't too sure about that. Attack speed. So Fury 2 is the ranged ability that he's got. So it's just more damage on that. I was working my way towards Eyesight 3, so more vision. So the Fog of War disappeared. Wasn't too worried about that. And yeah, AoE range increase is the fire, just more distance, which is probably what I would have worked towards that. So an extra 30%. Yeah, that's, you know, the end of me showcasing what I sort of learned. Again, similar things, they couldn't come through here. If you're ever unsure, get a unit here and just try and walk out. They can't. So yeah, nice building, 2 defenses. And again, I was starting to replace my archers with ballistas because the archers require more people than a ballista does. Ballista only needs 2, whereas archers you have to train them up, move them out a bit quicker for this. Keep these away, you know, all of this stuff around as possible. As you see, I was getting him quite close to overlapping. Then I had my town. Again, what I was talking about, bottlenecks. Oh yeah, there's one there as well. Literally putting my towns in, that's wasted, and he's got 5. They couldn't come through here and attack. I put the fire scone down just to push that out so I could see what that was all about. Yeah, so I had towns there, and I've got another town area there. Keeping them all nicely contained. Keeping away from as much as possible these other resources. Because, yeah, food and people are the resources that you're going to burn through. But, wow, we're at 45 minutes. Yeah, so that's a 45-minute sort of real-time view of how I set up a game. I'm now going to go and try and replicate this on Veteran and see how hard that is. But again, I really employ try this on easy first. It's you need to understand the mechanics, what's going on, what can the units do, what they're good at, what they're not good at. If I go here, so the Arbalest, which we've got here, they're basically better archers, do a lot more damage. They can be put into a tower as well. Your sentinels are tanks. Literally send them out first. Ideally, what I should do is have them all as one unit. Send them out, then have my archers and stuff literally properly line them up, because they will take a lot of damage. They will absorb a lot of damage, and you know, archers are squishy. Soldiers are still squishy, but not as bad. These things just rip through. So when the Death Knight comes, they obviously all hoard in, and it just pummels through all of them. There is a flame dude who is okay, I guess. Doesn't have the clearage as this guy does. So yeah, again, there's my first defense. When they come in, they will then start to attack this. So I've got my other defenses just to try and to do it. So when they're killing this, this will kill it, and probably that won't, but they'll be starting to come around the corner and he'll kill it. They'll move on to him and that will take that. And again, and it's just ideally what I would do is have another layer of defense sort of here. These are all poor, so they will just get obliterated really, really quickly. And yeah, when the death day happens, in about 15 minutes, my base will be, they'll be breaching this. It comes at, what's the timing of it? Oh, it's, yeah, about 5 minutes or so yet before that goes. I'm not going to wait that long. Yeah, they'll just horde through and just rampage through because there's like 6,000 of them. And that was just my time to die. All my units up here. Try and, can you zip to him? No. And as you, yeah. I don't know how you unlock that, by the way. But yeah, that's AoE range is increased on that. Just realised that, something else I've known, so that's what is really, really good. And again, range is really everything. Getting them to attack here and have the range to be able to kill them is amazing. There's a perk for siege towers having distance, which is probably really good. I don't know where that is. There's something that betters the range. Yeah, that's my tips, trips guide. A real-time showcase of how it all sort of starts together. I know it's pushing now 47 minutes. Apologies, a bit longer than I thought, but I thought it's better to showcase this, instead of cutting to, different things saying you must do this, you must do that, but not showcasing it and showing actually, why am I focusing over here and doing stuff? Your resources are going to get maxed. That's what happens, but just spacebar, pause it, deal with it, move on. If you found this useful, please give it a like. If you didn't find it useful, please give it a dislike, but comment either way what was good, what was bad. Feedback is most appreciated. Please subscribe. If I get lots of subscribers from the content of this game, I'll continue to do some guides and all of that good stuff for this. I'm going to continue to play it behind the scenes, as and when I probably progress, into Nightmare and get an understanding of how that works. Probably pull one of them up on the channel as well, even if it's just me dying in 5 minutes. Just my first venture into it. But I found this game is really enjoyable, so hopefully this has helped you get some more enjoyment. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one.